Hi everyone, welcome to the Delphi How-To Series videos. I'm Clay Pennington, Senior Product Specialist here at Delphi Product and Service Solutions. This video will show you how to replace a fuel pump when you have an access panel instead of having to drop the tank. Make sure you follow all safety precautions and have safety glasses and gloves on hand. You have to relieve the fuel pressure first, so I went ahead and disconnected my electrical fuel pump connector and cranked the motor till the fuel pressure died off and the car died out. Fuel pressure relieved. I'm going to go in there now. I've cleaned off around the outside a little bit, and I'm going to now disconnect the fuel lines. Okay, so now we're ready to access that retaining ring. We want to make sure it's clean around the top of the pump. I'm going to use a little compressed air just to make sure that no dirt falls into the tank. Okay, so now that we've got this retaining ring loosened up, we're ready to remove it and pull the pump out. Retaining ring's out, ready to lift the pump out. Now there'll be some fuel coming up with this fuel pump, especially if there's a lot of fuel in the tank. In this case, it's pretty full. So, gotta maneuver the pump out of here without making that big of a mess. And have a container ready to catch the rest of this pump fuel in. Tight fit, but ready to come out. So make sure you watch for the strainer. Make sure you watch for the fuel level arm. Here we go, fuel pump's out. Look at this, red one's got a square O-ring instead of round, so just keep an eye on that. We're all set, we'll clean it up and then get ready to put the new one in. Okay, so now that we're ready to drop this new pump back in the tank, I've got the tank area cleaned up, got a new O-ring in place. I transferred over the fuel line retainers from the old pump. They have to go with the new one to hold the fuel lines on. Had to transfer those over. Some pumps you have to transfer them over, just watch what you have to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the O-ring on and we'll slip the pump back in place. Make sure you guide the sending unit arm in place first, and then watch everything else go in. If you've got that securely put in place, make sure it fits down all the way in, and we can move on to putting our retaining ring on. Okay, so now we've got the retaining ring back in place. I'm going to go ahead and snap these fuel lines in place. And after that, some pumps require a new electrical connector depending on the design. This one requires that. The old style was a square 4-pin. New style is an inline 4-pin. When we have to transfer that over, look at one of our other videos on how to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and snap these fuel lines back in place here, and then check for leaks. Those lines are securely snapped in place and the retainers in place. That way you can ensure leak-free connection. Okay, so once we've spliced in this new electrical connector, we have to heat shrink these heat shrinkable connectors that have glue inside them. Once we heat shrink those down with a heat gun, and not a hair dryer, not an open source flame, we have gas fumes may be around. Glue will come out of that connector and make that a sealed connection and last a very long time. Okay, so now we've finished up with this wiring connector on this vehicle. If the pump needs a new connector and comes with it, it'll come with a set of instructions on how to wire it up. Now you just fire up the pump, check for leaks, wrap up by putting up the cover, and we're good to go. And there you've done it. Be sure to follow all safety precautions and you'll be back on the road in no time. Be sure to check out more of our Delphi How-To series videos that help save you time in your shop every day.